Find rest before you need it, not when you need it. This is something that my pastor actually said in a sermon a couple of weeks back. His name's Matt Miofsky. You should check him out. He's actually got a book coming out too. One of the things I love about this is that it talks about finding rest and how important that can be. And it also talks about finding rest before you need it, because that way you're ready to take your rest. And then when you need it, you're actually already on the path to rest. I found out the importance of this recently. So something I've been doing is mindfully eating one meal a day. And what does that mean? Well, mindful eating could mean a lot of things, right? It could mean that you're thinking about what it is that you're eating, and I do that. It could be that you're savoring each individual bite. I do that too. And the other day I had a particularly lovely mindful setting for my sandwich that I ate. It was delicious. All these flavors coming together. And I was enjoying my meal so much that I didn't even notice that the chips were untouched. So I was eating my sandwich and I didn't even want a chip. And I was thinking about all the times that I have very non-mindfully grabbed a bunch of chips and put them in my mouth. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just the opposite of mindful eating. And thinking about, okay, I'm going to take a bite of this. Okay, how does this feel? How does this feel in my mouth? Is it spicy? Is it hot? Is it whatever? And it's just like the act of being mindful with my food made me really appreciate it a little bit more. And so I've been trying my best to incorporate that as a habit once a day. And yesterday I was having a really hard time doing it because I was sitting there and I was eating. I was like, okay, the idea is to be mindful. The idea is to think through what I'm eating. Like, what am I tasting? Like, what flavors? Like, is this bread? Is this pasta? What is it that I'm eating? And it sounds really easy until you start to do it. And it's like you start thinking about all these other things. But for me, mindful eating meaning sitting down at the table, no book, no phone, no TV, no music, literally just you and the sound of you chewing your food and truly enjoying your food. And that's something that I've started working on. And it's actually a point of rest for me. So I was doing the mindful eating thing as an exercise of being quiet and listening to what was going on in my head. And then it wound up being a place of rest. So what is your rest? Where do you find rest? What is something that you do weekly or daily? Go ahead and sound out in the comments and tell me about things that you do to rest. And remember, one person's rest is not going to look like another person's rest. So feel free to share. For me, another thing that I do to rest is I do meditation. I really find it invigorating. So tell me about you. What do you do to find rest? I'm Jen Haston. This is Haston Helping Hands. See y'all next week.